Hey folks, Emilia from User Pilot here, and today I'm going to talk about something that pretty much doesn't exist. So, fun stuff. First question: what is your experience with marketing or marketers after you have actually purchased a product? Typically, it's non-existent. You don't get a lot of customer marketing, maybe some product updates, maybe the odd webinar or event invite. But in general, how many times are you actually, being introduced to new features that, are actually relevant to your existing use case? How many times does the marketing lifecycle marketer approach you with a plan on, like which features you should be adopting or how you can, improve your experience with the product, increase your usage? How many times has that ever happened to you? Because for me, and I'm using literally dozens of tools, I can't recall a single time that I have been approached by a lifecycle marketer or even customer success or an account manager. Um, Currently, I'm considering moving away from a certain solution. I have emailed them and contacted their support several times about the issues that we were experiencing and asking them for a solution to this, so a dedicated IP address. And they haven't even gotten back to me. And shouldn't this be considered a churn trigger? And shouldn't this actually be a trigger for maybe not even lifecycle marketing at this stage, but customer success to approach me with like a remedy plan on how to fix this and improve my experience and allow me to achieve the goals that I have with this tool? We're basically not doing any lifecycle marketing in SaaS, and that kind of points to the fact that we're still in the stone age of SaaS and that things could be significantly better but aren't. Why aren't they though? Well, I think the biggest culprit is that marketing teams pretty much never have KPIs around account expansion, product adoption, and retention. So, these responsibilities, these metrics are maybe owned by account managers in sales or maybe customer success managers in CS, but they're never the responsibility of marketers. And CS and salespeople are not really great at marketing, so they don't really design any collateral or strategies that would be more scalable around how to improve these metrics. So, for instance, how to drive more expansion revenue. They kind of focus on one-to-one, if at all. And that's only around renewals, really. So I think this is basically deterring marketing teams from even looking at it. The lifecycle marketer responsibility or job title is very, very rare. I think I've met one in my life, and they were pretty much quickly made redundant. But I think it's also something we need to change in SaaS to achieve more sustainable growth and more growth in general. We all know, and we keep repeating it like a mantra, that it's easier to generate revenue from existing customers than from new customers, right? These people are already using your product, they're already paying for it. Why don't you make them pay more instead of chasing these minuscule conversion rates from net new folks? Why aren't we doing this at all? It just doesn't make any sense. So in this newsletter, I'm trying to encourage you to explore the ways how you could drive more revenue using marketing tactics from your existing user base. And yeah, just showcasing a few examples. First of all, look at the upgrade levers together with your sales team. Look at your pricing. Look at which features basically lead to upgrades. And then look at tangential features that your users, healthy users, are already using, but not using the ones that lead to upgrades. And look for features that are correlated. So for instance, in our case, this could be using the onboarding flows, but not measuring user activation using the activation dashboard. If someone's publishing a lot of flows, it seems that improving user activation is a priority for them. But if they're not using the dashboard to measure it, how are they actually seeing if they have any improvements. So it seems like a very natural next step for this cohort of users that the lifecycle marketer could push them to adopt by, for instance, inviting them to not an interview, but a webinar, or actually a one-on-one strategy session. And basically, by creating this user segment, you can do it at scale by creating an automated in-app modal or in-app experience that would push the users to this webinar and then to hopefully explore using this feature. You could also gamify introducing them to this feature and maybe have them check their activation once per week and log it in a special log, and then reward them with, I don't know, an Amazon voucher at the end of that gamification adoption period. So you incentivize actual adoption and you build this habit in your users. You could introduce something like the Duolingo streaks for your users and create a loyalty program that actually makes sense, especially in B2B mid-market to enterprise SaaS. Because if you're just creating affiliate programs or loyalty programs based on referrals, again, you're looking at driving new user acquisition rather than account expansion. And honestly, in B2B SaaS, who has the time and who actually has the resources to do affiliate marketing for you? Not your customers. It's professional affiliates, if any. So your customers are not actually benefiting from this loyalty program in any way. What would be the way to build, use this loyalty program to build habits in your users so you can actually, drive more expansion revenue through driving higher adoption and higher usage? I would encourage you to think about it, and I'm of course including more in this newsletter below, because the blog posts I found when I googled lifecycle marketing were really useless. Let me know what you think about it, and why lifecycle marketing currently sucks in SaaS, and hopefully see you next week. Bye bye.